How are you today? Welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to cover the basics of the PLC, the contacts and the outputs, input, outputs, and the RAM comments. So the first thing you need to know when you want to become a PLC programmer, it's this contact. This is called a normally open contact for those who are familiar with electrical wirings. So you know that you have the auxiliaries of normally open, normally close, or the switches normally open, switch, or close. So this is more like that. So this one is normally open, or you can call it examine if close contact. Because why they call it examine if close, they mean that the input to the PLC, if it close, this one will change from the normal state to open. So then this one examine if it's open, because this is a normally closed contact, and then normally when we wire the normally closed contact, like the emergency stops in the field, we wire them as normally closed. So if it's open, this is where we monitor the state of this contact. So that's why we call it normally, examine if it's open. This one is examine if closed, meaning this is an input to the PLC, then this one is an input to the PLC, and this one here, it's called an output, meaning whatever is happening this side, we're gonna get the outcomes of this. So remember, a switch, it's either on or off. It doesn't have a position or point where we say the switch is on and off at the same time, meaning it's a digital input. It's either on or off, 0 or 1. Also this one is on or off. So the output, in most cases our outputs, they're actually digital because it's on or off. So here I'm going to show you how the power flow of the PLC is flowing. It's actually flowing from the top to bottom. So it's flowing in this direction, and also from left to right. So the power is flowing in these directions. So if you know that, or if you don't understand that, take this as your live wire or positive wire. This one, take it as a negative wire, and you want to connect something between those two, because if you can put, for example, a battery in between these two wires, they are short, so you're going to get a short circuit. That's why your PLC, if you can give this empty run, it won't allow you to do that, because it knows that this is a short circuit. So if you are electrician, you actually gonna understand much quicker. So now I'm going to put this output here, and this output, we can call it a bulb. So I'm gonna call it a lamp, or let me call it a bulb. So this is a bulb. If what's happening here is that if I put a power on this side, and this is my negative RAM, the power will flow actually from here straight to the bulb. You can see that how. Let me download this program to the PLC and put it on run mode. So if you can check here, my bulb, actually the color, let me make it green so that you can see. I don't know for those who have color blindness. Red, yeah, green is sharp. So if you see that the power is flowing from here to here, the bulb straight is on. We're still gonna learn about what you see on top there for PLC mode and program mode. I'm still gonna explain that. So now you are actually at a point where you need to control this bulb. This is where you're going to need an input to the PLC. So the input that is controlling an output, I'm gonna choose this normally first switch. So this is my normally open switch. So meaning it's gonna examine if it's closed. So I'm saying, okay, look, when I put my PLC on the program mode, I'm gonna switch it on. Sorry, my PLC is not on run mode. I'm gonna close the contact here. So if I'm closing my contact, what's happening is the output should come on, because the output should come on when I press this switch over here. I'm closing and I use the examine if the switch is closed. So now it's closed, my output becomes on. So you can see that the PLC, it is actually more like your electrical wiring. So it's good for this basics as a start. So I close my switch. What's happening is that the bulb, it's actually coming on. You can see that the rung is more energized. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to put, or I'm going to change the contact of this one. I'm going to make it examine if it's open. So meaning that in the field, if I wired this switch, the normal state of the switch, it's like this, it's normally closed. So if it's normally closed like this one, so if this switch is normally closed, I'm going to, if it's open, this is where my contact actually will change the state, because you can see that nothing is happening on this rung up until I energize. So you see, I open the switch, my output comes on. When I leave it, I close it, then the bulb is off. So that's why we call this one examine if it's open. So examine if open. So I'm opening my switch, then the output is on. So the other thing, guys, the run comment. As a programmer, you need to know that the important thing when you are writing a program, because you are not the only one who's going to read this program or who's going to troubleshoot when there's a problem, who's going to work on this program only. There's other people who will be assisting you, so they need to understand, to read your mind, what were you actually trying to do. So here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put my PLC on program mode. Then I'm doing the start and stop. So this is the start and the stop. So I'm going to do this. I put this one here. if this is my start stop circuit, this is my start stop circuit, I'm gonna write this one here. Let's say this is our stop. Simple stop. This is my stop, and so meaning if I'm saying let me download to the PLC, we're going to assume that in the field they use the normally close stop as a normally close. So I put it on run mode. If you can see that this one is examine if it's closed, and already in the field the switch, this normally closed is switch, it's closed, the switch is closed, so our stop it's energized, so it's already examining the contacts. Actually, whatever in the field it's closed, so now the contact has already changed the state. So people would tend to be confused when it comes to this, but we're going to actually discuss it on the other video. So I'm saying now I'm going to start my circuit. This is my switch, and the bulb is on. You can see that the output is on, so I need to stop my circuit. This, you see, so I need to actually use the spring return as a start. Now I'm going to use this kind of start. So when I'm pressing my start, the output comes on, but when I leave it, it goes off. So I need a latching circuit or a retaining circuit where I'm going to retain my output. As long as it's on, then I can leave my start button. So this one, it's actually sorry guys, so I just made a mistake here. So here I'm gonna need to actually put my start with the output in parallel, to say if I put power here and the start is closed and the stop it's on, especially if it's examined if closed and in the field it's already closed, you can see that the stop is on, the output here will be on, and again because it's on, it's gonna hold on with this one, meaning this contact it's gonna be on. So as long as they're using the same name, bulb and a bulb, so this one will be on. So you can see now the power, if I leave this one, the power will flow from here to here. I hope this makes sense. So now let me put my PLC on run mode. Then what I'm going to do, you can see that the stop has already energized the contact, meaning that it's already executed this one, because you can see that it's examined if it's closed and the contact in the field is closed, because it's normally closed contact. So I'm pressing my start, I can leave it. Now my output stays on because of this one is on with this one. So what you have to do in order to switch off the bulb, you can just come here, press the spring return, then the circuit breaks. So as a programmer, what you have to do, you have to put it on run mode, on program mode. Then you can say you edit the run command. You edit the run, so you have to give it a command to give someone who's gonna work on this program a clear understanding, to say what were you trying to do. So what I was trying to do here was that I was trying to say if the stop switch is on. I'm trying to explain in simple English to say if the switch is on, the bulb will be on. Bulb will be on, and if will be on, let me say if the bulb will be on until you press stop button. And also you can say the contact, the bulb contact that is in parallel with switch will hold on the output. So this is my run comment. So I explain what actually was I trying to obtain, so that when someone comes there, he will read the comment first. Say if the switch is on, the bulb will be on until you press the stop button. Meaning if you press this one and release it, as long as this stop is on, the output will be on up until you press the stop button, meaning you are breaking the circuit. So stay tuned, guys. This is the end of lesson. Make sure that you subscribe and you share so that we can all understand the PLC programming. So on the next video, we're going to cover the latch and unlatch and the other contacts. Thank you.
Everybody scream, walking limo staging, and I'm tryna say shut up, back those years.